Our top story tonight, the fallout from the Theta Tau video continues. University officials are still out in full force condemning the actions of the former SU frat. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Majori.
And I'm Gilat Malamed. The second video shows a skit where the frat members mock and sexually assault a disabled person. CitrusTV's Conor Wight sat down with Dr. Diane Wiener, the director of the Disability Cultural Center, to discuss the impacts of the tape.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Dr. Diane Wiener. Dr. Wiener, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Hi, Connor.
So the second of the Theta Tau videos that was released shows highly offensive content revolving around someone miming someone with a disability. Mm-hmm. Does the content of that video, do you believe that that's reflective of the way that disability is viewed on SU's campus?
I think there are a few ways to answer that, and the one that I'll choose is the most authentic of the many that some people would like me to articulate, to be candid. And I think there are some people who have a way of talking about disability even though they're part of social justice movements, and they certainly mean well, and I'm not the arbiter of diversity, and I'm not the arbiter of inclusion narratives or definitions, but I know a lot of people who are part of social justice movements ourselves. Some of those individuals are not familiar with the notion of ableism, need to be thinking about how they plan events and gatherings and acts of civil disobedience and enactments of the First Amendment, enactments of free speech, freedom of the press, mindful of the array of ways that people experience the world with disabilities.
You said that you're concerned that sometimes the subject of ableism isn't properly addressed in fields of identity politics or social justice. There have been a lot of discussions and student forums throughout campus in the wake of details emerging about these Theta Tau videos and the Theta Tau investigation. Mm-hmm. How do you feel that these dialogues have addressed the subject of ableism?
I think that the beginnings of some of these dialogues have, what some people might call interconnected understandings of marginalization, disenfranchisement, and privilege. And sometimes they coexist, of course. But I think that what happens is the conversation goes on, and then the definition of diversity is flattened or not as nuanced, and then we have to remind people with respect, we're here. So it's like a gentle, but not really. It's a combination of gentle and assertive, and it's not like, don't forget about us. It's more complicated than that.
Some of the successes of that dialogue that I think you touched on, the next step that I think a lot of people are looking for in various different realms is mm-hmm. concrete action from the university. Mm-hmm. What sort of specific steps are you looking for from SU going forward?
I have every confidence in our chancellor that we are not going to just do better, because as people have said, that's not enough, that we will. It's not that we can and we must, we will. And there are reasons why the students are expressing the Recognize Us movement. And I won't bore you with my, history as an activist. And I think even though I work within a system that's highly complex, I wouldn't work here if I didn't believe in the possibility of change.
All right, Dr. Wiener, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Dr. Wiener says she's looking to host a forum of her own in the coming days. The director of the Office of Disability Services has also just sent an email to students who use their services. She says they are mindful of the timing with finals and are available to all students. We'll provide you with the details as they become available.